Set of blocks, a strap. We're going to actually start in child's pose today. So drawing your knees wide to the sides of the mat, toes to touch or closer together, and then allowing your hips to rest in towards your heels. Reach your fingertips long to the top of the mat, and then just resting your forehead or your chin on the floor. You can also raise it up a little bit and rest it on a block. With your breath, maybe side to side, allowing your forehead or your hips to rock gently from left to right. Gently come back to center. Now we're going to reach our fingertips towards the outside of our heels. So still actively sinking your hips towards your heels, crown of your head pulling to the top of the mat, and then reaching your fingertips towards the outside of your ankles, your calves, maybe your pinky. Here for one more breath. Exhale all the way out. On your next inhale, reach your fingertips back to the top of the mat, full length from your fingertips all the way down towards your hips. And then gently walk your hands over to the left side of your mat, maybe slightly off of your mat, feeling that stretch all along the right side body. Gently bend your left elbow, bringing your left palm to the outside of your left knee. Stay here for a deeper stretch. You can press into your left hand, allowing your right shoulder to come a little bit closer towards the mat. Now reach your left hand back to meet the right. Walk your hands over through center and then over to the right side of your mat, maybe slightly off of your mat. This time feeling that stretch, that lengthening all on the left side body. From your left pinky down towards your left heel. Bending your right hand, bring your right palm to the outside of your right knee. Stay here or for a deeper stretch, allowing your left shoulder to come closer to the floor as you press in towards your right palm. Inhale, reach your right hand back to meet the left. Walk your hands back through center. And then bend your elbows, bringing your palms to touch at the crown of your head. Stay here, or you can walk your thumbs closer towards the nape of your neck for a deeper tricep stretch. Both arms long. Gently rise up, coming into a tabletop position with some of your shoulders, knees under your hips, and just gently bump your hips from side to side. Come back through center, tuck your toes, hammock your belly, and lift your gaze, coming into your tabletop cow. On your exhale, untuck your toes, create space between your shoulder blades as you peel your shoulder blades apart, rounding your spine. Inhale, tuck your toes, hammock your navel down towards your mat, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, create space, pressing into your finger pads. Moving here with your breath a few more times, cat and cow. And come back to a neutral spine when you're ready. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, thread it, hovering, holding under the left side body. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, sweep it under and through. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread your right arm all the way under and through, allowing your right cheek or ear to come towards the floor. You can also rest it on a block. You can keep your left hand boxed out. Maybe extend your left arm long to the top of your mat. You can also bind your left arm around towards your right hip to open up your left shoulder. Place your left hand back under your left shoulder. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, release your right hand under your right shoulder. Kick your right leg straight back, strong point through your right toes. Exhale, draw your knee in, tuck it in, hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lengthen your right leg straight back. Exhale, rainbow your right leg up and over to the outside of your left hip. Maybe looking over your left shoulder, gently seeing your right toes. To deepen the stretch, you can press your heel closer towards the floor. To lessen that sensation, you can rock towards your toes or the ball of your right foot. Come to your comfortable position and then release your right knee to the outside of your left knee, coming into eagle legs. Press your hips back, opening up that outer right hip a little bit more. Gently rock forward, stacking your shoulders back over your wrists. Inhale, reach your right leg straight back, up and over, and bring it over to the outside of your right hip. Coming into kneeling gate pose, tuck your left toes, and then just draw your hips forwards and back. Gently rising forward, stacking your shoulders over your wrists. Rotate your fingertips to the outer edge of your mat. Stay here. You can rock side to side, maybe forwards and backwards, warming up the wrist here in kneeling gate pose. Come back through center, bring your fingertips back to the top of your mat, and gently release your right knee in under your right hip. Inhale, straight back, strong point through your right toes. Exhale, tuck your knee in toward your nose. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Step your right foot in between your palms. Go ahead and grab your set of blocks, coming into a kneeling lunge. Press your hips forward, and then gently draw your hips back, just bending and extending that right leg. Hands can be on blocks, framing your right foot. You can also bring your hands towards the floor. On the next one, hold your hips back. Flex through your right foot. You can keep your head as high as you'd like, or bring your forehead down towards your knee. Coming into single leg split. Walk your hands over to the right side of your right hip for a deeper stretch. Little twist here on the right side. Gently come back through center, framing your right foot. Then bring your hands inside of your right leg. Maybe continuing to walk your hands over towards your left hip. Walk back to center, framing your right foot. Bend into your right knee. Stay here, or you can draw your left heel in towards your glutes, reaching your left arm back, or using a strap here around the sole of your left foot. Where's my strap? All the way over there. Okay. So you can bring that strap around your left foot, or just reach back with or without that connection. Gently release your bind. Go ahead and bring your hands back in front. Set your blocks off to the side. And then step your right leg back to meet the left. Bump your hips side to side. Coming back to your tabletop. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, thread it under and through. Hovering, holding the right side body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. One more time. Inhale, reach as high as you can. Exhale, draw your left arm as far as you can under the right side body. And then release your left arm. Release your left cheek or ear towards the floor. You are more than welcome to keep that right hand boxed out. You can extend it long for a shoulder stretch. Or to open up your chest, you're welcome to bind your right hand around towards your left hip. Gently release your right hand back under your right shoulder if it was binded or extended. Inhale, press your left arm up. Exhale, release it down under your left shoulder. Kick your left leg straight back, strong point through your left toes. Exhale, tuck your knee in toward your nose. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lengthen your left leg straight back. Hips remain square. Exhale, rainbow your left leg up and over to the outside of your right hip. Pressing the ball or just the toes of your left foot in towards the floor. Maybe looking over your right shoulder and seeing your left heel. You can rock forwards or backwards to deepen that stretch. Tucking your shoulders directly over your wrist. Release your left knee to the outside of your right knee, shin, or ankle, and then press your hips back. Feeling that stretch in your outer left hip. I'll rock back over your wrist. Extend your left leg straight back, strong point through your left toes. Continue to draw that left leg up and over to the outside of your left hip. Tucking your right toes. And then gently draw the hips back. And then forward. Placing a block under the knees is always an option too if you have nice squishy blocks. Coming back to drawing your right knee under your right hip. We're going to rotate the fingertips closer towards your knees this time. Deeper stretch for your wrist. You can stay just where you're at. You can rock your hips forwards and backwards. Trying to keep the palms sealed in towards the mat. You can rock side to side. Gently come back to center. Rotate your fingertips back to the top of the mat. And then gently draw your left knee under your left hip. Inhale, kick it straight back, strong point through your left toes. Exhale, tuck it in, knee in towards your nose, hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Step your left foot in between your palms. Option to grab those blocks at any height. Press your hips forward, and then gently draw your hips back as you straighten that left leg. Just moving here with your breath. Warming up those hip flexors a little bit. On the next one, keep the hips back, left leg is straight. Flex through your left toes, digging your left heel in closer towards the floor. You can keep your chin and chest lifted as high as you like. You're welcome to fold forward, maybe bringing the crown of your head closer toward your toes. Gently draw your hands over to the outside of your left ankle. Maybe continuing to walk your hands with or without blocks over by your left hip. Single leg split with a twist. Walk your hands back through center, framing your left foot. And then bring your hands inside of your left foot. Stay here. You can also walk your hands closer over towards your right hip. And then rock your hands back through center, framing your left foot, bend into your left knee, deep bend in that left knee, and then stay here where you can draw your right heel in towards your right glutes, maybe reaching your right hand around towards your toes. Maybe you can grab your pants, your toes. You can also use a strap around your right foot. Gently releasing your bind and or your reach, coming back to center. Set the blocks off to the side, framing your left foot, and then gently draw your left knee back under your left hip. Coming back to your tabletop. We're going to flip the right palm up towards the ceiling. Just a few more wrist stretches here, and we're going to get to some movement here. To center, flip your right palm down towards the floor, left palm up towards the ceiling. Stay just where you're at, maybe rock side to side or forwards and backwards. See what feels comfortable on this wrist. Gently come back to center, flip your left palm down towards the floor, tuck your toes, walk your hands up, palm print forward, And lift your hips up towards the ceiling, coming into our first downward facing dog. Gently pedal out your heels, walking your dog by bending and extending one knee at a time. Lifting and lowering your heels. Lower your heels towards the floor, keeping your heels even, finding your downward facing dog. Bend your knees, hover your shins, find your power dog. Exhale, press forward, find your high plank, stacking your shoulders directly over your wrist. Exhale, press your hips forward, lifting your hips up high towards the ceiling, coming back to your downward facing dog. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Deep bend in both of your knees, hovering and holding power dog for 3, 2, and 1. Press forward, find your high plank. Abs are engaged. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Option to lower your knees down. We're going to slowly lower all the way down. Elbows stay tucked in. Releasing all the way down. Untuck your toes. Press up, mini cobra. Exhale, release back down. Keeping your left hand box out under your shoulder. Reach your right arm directly out from your right shoulder. Relaxing your right leg. Lift your left leg high and then pivot on to your right hip. Bend your left knee in front or behind that right leg. Coming into broken wing. Allowing your right shoulder and left hip to open on the side. Gently rock back onto both hip bones. Walk your right hand under your right shoulder. Inhale, press up, mini cobra. Exhale, release down. Gently extend your left arm directly out from your left shoulder, relaxing your left leg. Inhale, reach your right leg high, and then rock onto your left hip, bending your right knee in front or behind. On this side, allowing your right hip and left shoulder to open. Gradually rock back onto your belly, both hip bones. Gently walk your left hand in, press up, mini cobra. Exhale, release down. Walk your hands to your lowest rib cage. Inhale, press up, full cobra. Gently look over your left shoulder. Come back through center, over your right shoulder. Back through center, gaze up towards the ceiling, lengthening your core. Come through upward facing dog, tabletop, or directly a downward facing dog. Curl out your heels. Come back to your breath. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. Bend your right knee, stack your hip, circle out your right ankle. Maybe circle out your hip forwards and backwards. Your right leg straight back, strong flex through your right toes. Exhale, step your right foot in between your palms. Keeping your hands on the floor, you can bring them onto blocks. We're going to lift up, finding our supported bird. Flex through your left foot. We're going to lower and lift for 3. That's 2. And 1. Hold that left leg lifted. Hips are square. You're welcome to keep your hands on the floor, on blocks. You can reach your arms forward for warrior 3. Reach your arms back for bird. Any variation here. Holding and breathing. Gently release your right hand onto the block. If it was lifted, walk your right hand, palm print forward, and then open up your hips, finding your half lift. Arm up. Leave it on your hip. With your left hip still open, gently bend into your right knee. We're going to find our warrior 2. Deep bend that front right knee. Inhale, lift, big star. Exhale, deep bend. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift and hold. Tuck your left hand behind your back or down your left leg. Reverse your triangle. Stay just where you're at. You can flex your right toes. Coming into archer. Then lower your right toes, they're lifted. Tee out your arms. Bump your hips to the back of your mat. Reach your right fingertips as far as you can to the front of your mat. Tick-tock your right hand down, left arm up, coming into your triangle. Stacking your left shoulder directly over the right. Maybe you rotate your left shoulder back. Stay here, pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1, hold it low. We're gonna find floating Skadasana. Bend into that left knee. Keep the right leg straight. Right hand reaches down towards your right toes. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Keeping your right hand down. Bend into that right knee. Straighten your left leg coming into extended side. You can release your right elbow onto your knee. You can hover that right arm. You can reach it down towards the floor. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Maintain that deep bend in your front right knee. Try to high five that wall behind you with your right hand. Deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel down. Framing your right foot, pivot your left toes. Step your right leg back. Coming back to your down dog. Gently pedal it out. We're going to repeat the same thing on the left side. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Bend your left knee. Stack your hip. Circle out your left ankle. Wiggle your toes. You can circle out your hip. Reverse the direction. Square out the hips. Flex through your left foot. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose. Step your left foot in between your palms. You can bring your hands to the floor, hands to blocks at any height. Maybe walk those blocks a palm print forward. Press off of that left foot, lifting your right leg, flex through your right foot. Finding any variation of bird or warrior 3. The important thing is to maintain the squareness in your hips. So not allowing that right hip to be lower or higher than the left. We're going to open up that hip here in just a moment. Continue to flex the right foot as if you're trying to draw the sole of your right foot to the wall behind you. If your arms are lifted, gently bring your left hand back to the block or floor. Walk your left hand a palm print forward and then pivot your right hip open. Stacking your hips. Maybe reaching your right arm up. Holding here in half moon on this side. Continuing to flex through your right foot with your hip open. Gently bend into that left knee as you slowly lower your right foot coming into warrior 2. Nice work. Inhale, lift, big star. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift and hold. Left leg remains straight. Tuck your right hand behind your back or down your right leg. Deep stretch over that right side body. Lengthening the entire left side. You can stay here, or you can flex your left toes, finding archer. Nice work. Then lower your left toes, they're lifted. Tee out your arms. Bump your hips to the back of the mat. I said mirror. Reach your left fingertips as long as you can. And then tick-tock your left arm down, right arm up. Finding your triangle pose. For balance, you can gaze down towards your left toes. Or to challenge your balance, you can gaze up towards your right fingertips. Maybe rotate your right shoulder back. Wherever you are, Stay here, pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1. We're gonna find floating Skadasana by bending our back right knee. Hold that left leg straight. Left arm stays down like we're trying to do a fancy jazz move. I feel like I definitely do this kind of move in one of my dance classes growing up. All right, bend back into that left knee, straighten that right leg. Coming into extended side. Reach your left hand down. Right bicep towards your right ear. You can release that left hand to the block, to the floor, inside of your left calf. Commit to that bend, the front left knee. Reverse your warrior. Deep inhale. On your exhale, cartwheel down, pivot your right toes. Bring your left foot. Step your left foot back to meet the right, pedal it out. Come back to your breath. Come back to your focus. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Bend your right knee, stack your hip. We try to open up your right hip here. Square out your hips, kick your right leg straight back. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose. Step your right foot in between your palms. Stay here with your hands on the floor, or you can bring your hands to blocks at any height. Press off of that right foot and lift your left leg. Find your L step. Any variation, you can hover your arms. You can keep your hands on the floor or blocks. We're going to lower down for a 3. That's 2. And 1. Hold that left leg lifted. Right hand on the floor on a block. Walk it 1 palm print forward. Open up your left hip. Maybe reach your left arm up or keep it down. Beautiful half moon, Mindy. Keeping that left hip open, bend into that right knee. Gently lower your left foot. Find your warrior 2. Inhale, lift, big star. Exhale, deep bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift and hold. Left hand behind your back or down your left leg. Reach your right fingertips as far as you can. Maybe flexing your right toes, reversing your triangle, finding an archer. Gently lower your toes, tee out the arms. Bump your hips back, reach your right fingertips along as far as you can, and draw your right hand down, left arm up. To challenge your balance, gaze up. To add balance, gaze down. Stay here, pulse it for a 3, 2, and 1. Hold it low. We're going to keep that right leg straight, bend into your left knee. Find your floating Skadasana. Maybe add some jazz hands. All right, straighten that left leg, bend into that right knee, right hand down, left bicep to your left ear, extended side. On your exhale, reverse your warrior. High five that wall behind you. Beautiful. Deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel down. Frame your right foot. Pivot your left toes. Step your right foot back, pedal it out. And I just realized my cat loves to drink out of my water bottle. Your water's over there. Totally forgot the L steps on this side, so we're going to do 6 this time. To keep everything symmetrical. It'll go by quick, I promise. Stop it. Now my cat wants to play. Stop. All right, inhale, reach your left leg high. About to do a 2-legged or 1-arm down dog. Bend your left knee, stack your hip. Exhale, square out your hip, kick your left leg straight back. Exhale, tuck your knee in towards your nose. Step through your palms. Stay here, hands on the floor, hands on blocks, or hands hover if you want to be adventurous. Lift that right leg up, flex that right foot. Finding any version, your variation of bird, warrior 3. Keeping the hips square and the right toes flexed. We're going to lower and lift for 6. That's 5. Squeeze the base of your right glute. That's 4. Last 3. We've done it for a full minute, Mindy. You got this. Last 2. And 1. All right, hold that right leg straight. Try to kick that right foot back behind you. Maybe have fun. Maybe try releasing your hands. This side's always wobbly for me. When you're ready, place your left hand back on a block or on the floor. Walk it just a little bit forward and then pivot your right hip open. Reach your right arm up, finding your half moon. Flexing through your right foot, keeping your right hip open. Gently bend into that left knee. Slow and steady until you plant that right foot. Find your warrior 2. Adjust your feet closer or wider if you need to. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Inhale, lift, big star. Exhale, bend into that left knee. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift and hold. Draw your right hand down your right leg, behind your back. Try to reach the left fingertips as far as you can back behind you. With your left leg straight, you can keep your foot ground to the floor or flex your left toes, digging your left heel in towards your mat. Gently lower your left toes, they're lifted. Tee out your arms, bump your hips back, reach as far as you can. Left hand down, right arm up. Find your triangle. Maybe rotate your right shoulder a little bit further back. Stay here or pulse it for 3, 2, and 1. Hold it low. We're going to find floating Skadasana. Left leg stays straight. Flex your left foot. Bend into your right knee. Maybe find jazz hands. All right, we're going to straighten that right leg. Bend into your left knee. Come into your extended side. You can keep your left hand down to the inside of your left knee. Open up your hip. Maybe bring it to your knee. You can float it. Inhale. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Commit to that bend in your front left knee. Hold it for the exhale. Deep inhale. On the exhale, cartwheel down. Frame your left foot. Step your left leg back. Gently pedal it out. Press forward, find your high plank. Optional lower the knees at any time. Slowly lower all the way down. Tuck your toes. Press up, mini cobra. Release your palms. Try to lift your legs, squeeze the backside of your body. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Release your legs, release your palms. Walk your hands to your lowest rib cage. Inhale, press up. Come through upward facing dog, tabletop, or directly a downward facing dog. Pull it out. All right, we're going to flow through one more time, a little bit quicker. I'll take out some of the pulses. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot in between your palms. Hands on the floor blocks. Press off that right foot, lift your left leg. Lower and lift for 3. That's 2, hips are square. Last 1. 2 breaths here, any variation of bird, warrior 3. Your right hand to the block or the floor. Walk your right hand under your right shoulder. Extend your left leg up as you open up your hip. Coming into half moon. With that hip still open, gently bend into that right knee. Slow and steady until your left foot meets the floor. Coming into warrior 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift and hold. Reverse your triangle. Maybe find archer, flexing your right toes. Lower your toes, tee out your arms, bump your hips back. Reach, 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 right hand down, left arm up. Find your triangle. Find your floating Skadasana, bend into the left knee, flex your right toes. Maybe some jazz hands. Maybe open and close. One more. Bend into that right knee, straighten the left leg, coming into your extended side. Exhale, reverse. Deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel down. Step your right foot back to meet the left. Pedal it out. One more time on the left side, then we'll cool it down. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Step your knee in towards your nose. Step your foot between your palms. Press off that left foot. Lift your right leg. Hips are square. Flex that right foot. Lower and lift for 3. That's 2. One more. Hold that right leg straight back. Any variation here of warrior 3 or bird. Hold it for one more breath. Release your left hand to the floor to the block. Gently walk your left hand slightly forward. Open up your right hip. Maybe reach your right fingertips. Find your half moon on this side. Continuing to flex through your right foot, opening up your right hip. Gently bend into your left knee till your right foot plants down. Find your warrior 2. Beautiful. Inhale, lift, big star. Exhale, deep bend. Inhale, lift and hold. Right hand behind your back, down your right leg. Reverse your triangle. You can flex your left toes. Releasing your left quad. Lower your left toes. Tee out your arms, bump your hips back, reach your left fingertips forward. Left hand down, right arm up. Find your triangle. Holding and breathing. Opening up your shoulders. Keep that left leg straight, bend into that right knee. Find your floating Skadasana. Stay here. You can open and close your wings. One more. Beautiful. Bend into that left knee, straighten the right leg. Come into extended side. Any variation, hovering that left arm. You can rest that left arm on your left thigh. Deep inhale. On your exhale, reverse your warrior. Really commit to that bend, that front left knee. Deep inhale. On your exhale, cartwheel down. Bring your left foot, step your left foot back. Find your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Come back to your breath. Bend both of your knees. Releasing them to the ground and lower your left or right hip. Allow your feet to come to the front or the back, depending on how you're looking at it, of your mat. Grab your block, place the block between your thighs. Squeeze your thighs together and reach your arms out long in front. Slowly roll all the way down. Think one vertebrae at a time. Continue to breathe here. Lower back, middle back, upper back, all the way down. Head, neck, and shoulders. Arms overhead, and then tap your thumbs overhead. Yes, we're going to roll back up to keep everything even. Once your hands are over your shoulders, peel your shoulder blades. Upper back, middle back, lower back, everything off of the mat. Come all the way up. Shoulders stacked over your hips. And then reach your arms overhead. And then reach them forward. Release the block from between your thighs. And then bring your blocks low or medium setting behind your hips. Lower your forearms onto those blocks and then lower all the way down. From here, set the blocks gently off to the side. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Curl yourself into a tight ball. You can keep your head, neck, and shoulders relaxed on the floor, or tuck your head, neck, and shoulders in towards your knees. If your head, neck, and shoulders are lifted, go ahead and release them down to the floor, keeping your knees towards each shoulder. Draw the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling. This is a great opportunity for a strap here, placing it around the soles of your feet. You can also grab your hands to the outer edges of your feet, maybe your shins, or continuing to grab the backside of your thighs. Coming into happy baby. Lower back release, maybe rolling from side to side. Gently come back through center. Release your left leg long. Flex through your left foot and then release your right heel in towards your right glute, clasping your hands on your right shin just beneath your right knee. As you continue to flex your left foot, allowing your left calf to come closer to the floor, tuck your chin to your chest, hovering your shoulders, and then point, flex, or circle out your right ankle, wiggle your toes. Release your left leg, head, neck, and shoulders down to the floor. With your left hand, gently guide your right knee over to the left side of your body. You can place your right knee on a block. You can place it on the floor if that's feasible, or just hover. Gaze up towards the ceiling for a stretch, or for a deeper stretch. Maybe look over your right shoulder. You can extend your right arm, or even cactus your right arm. Gently come back to center, keeping your right knee in towards your right shoulder, avoiding your rib cage. And then release your right foot to the inside of your left leg. Anywhere along your left leg, your thigh, your knee, your calf, your ankle, coming into your reclined tree. Tensing up on your right knee or your hips. Try to melt into your mat and just let everything go. Gently draw sole of your right foot to the floor. Draw your left foot to meet the right. Then draw your knees back into your chest. Curl yourself into a ball. Again, with your head, neck, and shoulders lifted, or gently grazing the floor, whichever is more comfortable for you today. And then finding your happy baby. Soles of your feet to the ceiling, hands on your hamstrings, hands on your shins, or the outer knife edge of each foot, with or without a strap. And just rolling side to side again. Center. Keeping your left knee in towards your left shoulder, release your right foot, allowing your right leg to come out long. Flexing through your right foot to allow your right calf to come closer to the floor. And then releasing your left heel in towards your left glute. Clasping your hands just beneath your left knee on your shin. Point, flex, circle out your left ankle, wiggle your toes. Tuck your chin to your chest, hovering your head, neck, and shoulders. For an active wind removing stretch on the left side. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders and your right leg. With your right hand, gently guide your left knee over to the right side of your body. Your left knee can tap the floor, a block, or just hover. You can gaze up towards the ceiling or over your left shoulder. Releasing your left arm long, or even cactusing your left arm for a deeper shoulder stretch. Gently come back to center, keeping your left knee in towards your left shoulder, right leg stays long, and then release your left foot anywhere along the inside of your right leg. inclined tree on this side. And just letting it all go. Allow both hip bones to melt into your mat. Allow your left knee to just relax towards the floor. Allow the sole of your left foot to come in towards the floor, left knee to the ceiling. Walk your right foot in to meet the left. And then gently grabbing one of those blocks, placing the block once again between your thighs. Squeeze that block. Hands by your hips. Press your hips up. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, release down. Gentle tap. And then lift. 2 more just like that. Really tapping down and then lifting right back up again. Last one, we're going to squeeze, lift, and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release your hips down. Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, sorry. My AirPods are really weird. All right, go ahead and grab that block from between your thighs. So with your knees bent, soles of your feet on the floor, squeeze your glutes to lift your hips up and set that block underneath your hips. You can set it on any setting, low, medium, or high. Of course, the higher you have that block, the deeper the stretch is going to be. And just allowing your hips to melt into that block. Stay here, or you can draw sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. You can reach both up towards the ceiling. Supported legs up the wall. Maybe reaching your fingers towards your toes. Point, flex, circle out your ankles, your wrist. Everything moving, all class. Supported legs up the wall is great for the lymphatic system, cramps. I know we could all use a little extra lymphatic drainage with all these allergies. Lovely green yellow pollen coating everything. From here, gently bending your knees, both are one at a time. Feet plant down towards the floor and then squeeze your glutes, lifting your hips and setting that block off over to the side. Extend your arms and legs long in opposite direction. Create a tiny arch in your lower back. Feel that stretch all over. Let it all go. You can stay just where you're at. You can reach your hands by your hips, pinkies in, thumbs out, palms up to receive, or any final resting pose that feels comfortable for you today. Finding your Shavasana. back into your breath. Gently draw your knees in towards your chest. And then rocking and rolling yourself a few times along your spine. Or coming up to a comfortable seated position. Welcome to close your eyes. Just gently draw your shoulders up toward your ears and back. Reverse the direction. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you each and every week. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week. Namaste. So welcome. Thank you, Mindy.